Hello people, and welcome to my new show, Pixel Mickle. Unfortunately, I signed my soul away to the demons known as Nintendo, so I'm pretty much forced to make this show and talk about video games. Anyways, I thought why not start out this series by talking about one of my favorite video games of all time, Earthbound, and I swear I'm not high when I say that, but boy did those backgrounds make me feel like I was. Earthbound is your typical RPG for the Super Nintendo, but with a wacky twist. In this game you fight against everything from the KKK to a f***ing stop sign. Wowee! Yeah, this game flopped in America back when it first came out. Some blame it on the advertising, others blame it on the oversized, overpriced box it came in when released, but even though it flopped, it's still an amazingly creative game. Earthbound's creative tone is what actually drew me towards the game as being one of my favorites of all time. I jumped into the game and I couldn't help but feel a sense of childlike wonder while I played it. I loved the gameplay, the story, and ultimately the adventure that it sent me on. In Earthbound, you take control of Ness, a 13-year-old boy that's one of the chosen four that will ultimately end up defeating the evil entity known as Gygus. The three other children that join you on your adventure are Paula, the girly yet freaking awesome sidekick, Jeff, the nerd who can deal extremely damaging attacks with his blasters, and Pooh, yes that is his real name, the physical fighter that also has really damaging PSI attacks. I only played this game back in 7th grade because of the fact that I had just finished Undertale and I needed a game to satisfy my RPG craving at the time. I jumped into Earthbound, and even though it had a slow beginning, I started to fall in love. I named my 4 characters after friends I had in elementary school, and the game threw me into an adventure that would have been one that I would have loved to experience back in 3rd grade. One of the things, however, I really loved about Earthbound as a game is its dark undertones and the ultimate feeling as you progress that you're growing up. Like previously stated, Earthbound makes you feel like you're growing up throughout the story. You start out as a boy who just woke up from a loud crash, and you arm yourself the only way a small child would, with an ordinary baseball bat. After learning about your destiny from a small bee, you go from town to town dealing with more powerful monsters, gaining friends, even losing them, and becoming more and more strong. You become independent. You learn how to deal with the tasks that are laid in front of you, and you have to learn how to grow up and face your fears so that you can soon face off the ultimate evil. The main villain in this game is Gygus, and this evil entity, well, it's never really explained what he is. All you know is that he's evil and you have to defeat him. But when you actually get to the ending and finally see what he is, well, let's just say I'm glad I didn't play this game as a tiny child, because that thing would have given me nightmares for weeks and probably caused me to pee my pants. I mean, just look at the thing! Something that I really found interesting about this game is the secondary villain, your childhood best friend, Porky. Or Pokey, or whatever the heck you want to call him. He's snotty, he makes you mad, and you thought you were friends with him, but he ends up betraying you to serve Gygus. But I think Porky's misunderstood. He just wants to be a part of your adventure. He looks up to you and thinks that all of this is just a game. But he just hasn't grown up enough yet to realize the impact your adventure could have if you win or you lose. Porky's an interesting character to follow, and was amazingly crafted by Shigesato Itoi, the creator of Earthbound. To be honest, this game really didn't deserve to flop when it came out, and it's so sad to see such an amazing series get no love from Nintendo here in America. Heck, we still haven't gotten the 3rd game in the series here, and just a few years ago, we finally got the original Earthbound game, which first came out for the Famicom in 1989. We got that game nearly 26 years too late. Ultimately, Earthbound inspires me almost on a daily, and is up there with Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and even Legend of Zelda, on terms of things I love to associate myself with, and have created a dent in my creative side. Earthbound took me back to my younger kid days, when I really needed it the most, and made me feel like I was important to the world. And even though it is just a game, it holds a special spot on my heart, and many others too. Even though this game gets no love or support from Nintendo, it's nice to see that an amazing community for the game has risen on the internet, and that the fans keep the series alive, even though Nintendo doesn't want to. And I guess that's enough for me. You don't know what? No, I'm marching down to Nintendo of America and telling Reggie we want Mother 3 and an Earthbound 3D remake for the Switch to make up for all the lost time. Come on, let's go! Yeah, I kind of forgot that Nintendo owns my soul now and can literally set me on fire with a snap of their fingers. Looks like we won't be getting those Earthbound games anytime soon. Well, shit!